Breaking news with the Saints. Running back Mark Ingram suspended. Good evening, I'm DeMarcus Burrell. The Pro Bowl tailback will not be allowed to play in the first 4 games of the regular season for violating the league's policy on performance-enhancing drugs. Ian Rappaport with the NFL Network broke the news. Rappaport says that while it's new to the public, Ingram and the Saints have known about this situation for weeks. It's unclear what banned substance led to Ingram's suspension. Fresh off a SEC Road Series win, Mississippi State continues its 7-game road trip with a neutral site matchup with Troy Wednesday night. Last week, State claimed a series win at Alabama that included a pair of comeback victories, erasing a 6-run deficit on Friday and a 3-run deficit on Sunday. The next major series, a bout with 21st-ranked Kentucky that begins Friday. However, Gary Henderson says he's not overlooking the Trojans before that big test with the Wildcats.
You have to play the next game first. You know, you can't worry about what you have beyond that, and it's important for us to go over to Hoover and play really well. We need to do that for not only the record, but for our confidence. We need to play well tomorrow night.
State plays Troy at a neutral ballpark in Hoover, Alabama, tomorrow. That game starts at 6. If you're looking for the best matchup of baseball opening weekend for the Big Three, look no further than Oxford, Mississippi. The 8th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels get tested right out of the gates, taking on number 6, East Carolina. It just might be the best matchup in the country this weekend because this game is the only series on the opening weekend featuring 2 top 10 teams. Former Ole Miss assistant Cliff Godwin is now the head man at ECU. He comes back to Swayze Field this weekend to face preseason All-American Kobe Bortles, All-SEC Tate Blackman, and 17 newcomers, making up the nation's top recruiting class. That game is going on now. We'll have more later tonight. Nearly 2,000 miles separate Jackson, Mississippi from North Logan, Utah. But home is where you make it, and for the next 3 years, that's where John Knight will be after inking with Utah State. The former Callaway Charger and Southwest Bear averages 14 points a game to go along with 4 rebounds and assists. He says it just came down to the Aggies being the perfect fit.
The film, like the type of play they run, they're a run and gun team, and that's my style of play. Like they get down here, push the ball, play defense, get back and forth. It was a perfect opportunity, so I couldn't pass it up.
Knight is expected to contribute immediately at the point guard position. As baseball makes its return tonight, basketball pushes ahead to the games that really matter. Consolation and championship games tonight. Top 3 seeds advance to the playoffs. The losers of the consolation games pack it up and get ready for the offseason. We'll have plenty of action for you tonight on the Full Court Blitz segment. Remember, Full Court is a branch of our Blitz 16 brand and for the best in the high school basketball coverage. Be sure to tune in tonight at 10:20. Our game of the week tonight comes from the 6A Region 6 bracket played out in Pearl. That is Jim Hill versus Forest Hill. Get this, the only team from the district to beat Forest Hill, those Jim Hill Tigers. So get your popcorn ready. This one should be interesting.
Tonight was a great win. They're a great team, and I feel like we really came out with an edge and a focused attitude on what we needed to do.
We came out here ready to make it to the league. We came out here focused, and we had players on the team that played good tonight.
The Bulldogs are firing on all cylinders, and their success can be attributed to their team chemistry.
We really have a good feel for each other right now. We can feed off of each other. We know who needs the ball when and where. We know our strong points.
Tierra McCowan led the Dogs with a perfect game from the field, tying an NCAA record.
She was hot, and like she came out ready to play. She was been a monster tonight. She went 11 for 11. Like, that's amazing.
When she's just in that zone, you just got to feed her the ball because she's in it for us.
It didn't matter whether the points came to her on a silver platter or if she had to work for them.
My teammates delivered me the ball where I was supposed to get it, and all I had to do was turn around, drop step, layup, or even when I was doubled, I was still beating them to the rim.
Not getting stuck in this moment, the Bulldogs shift their focus to the next game.
We are on this win, but now it's like, okay, who are we playing next?
The Wingfield Falcons have done something seemingly impossible. After 3 straight 1-10 seasons, they'll be the lone JPS school in the playoffs.
Enough's enough.
Their first test will be to travel down south and face a very tough team in the Picayune Maroon Tide.
Their program is built on physicality, discipline, hard work, and a lot of effort.
Unlike the Falcons, Picayune seems like the same team they've been for years before, except better.
They have not changed what they do.
This upcoming game will be no cakewalk, but Wingfield will still have their star quarterback, LaAndre Thomas, leading the way.
It's another game. We got to go down there and execute. We know we're capable of doing.
For a player and a team coming from nothing and making it to this point, Winning this game will be the icing on the cake.
At the beginning of the season, I ain't set that goal, so there'll be a season beyond, and that's what I'm all about, and I know God can do it for us.